Hey Jared, I just want to say good job on your video and good job on your presentation overall. I like how you had everything on PowerPoint, kind of made it easier and like to see and like kind of like get the general layout. I think that was really nice. Um, I also like that you mentioned that there's multiple definitions of creativity. I like how you mentioned that there's not just one because I feel like my definition of creativity would probably be different than yours. I feel like creativity or the way you define creativity really varies based off of your like background and like career aspirations as well. I also like that you mentioned that anybody could be creative or that you don't have to be like it's just not set in stone whether you're a creative person or not. Since that's just, I thought that the same and I also like mentioned it in my video, so I thought it was really nice to add. And then as well as you mentioning that for your creative self, I like how you mentioned that you use it creativity organically like every day on a day-to-day basis, like with your job as well, since I feel like everybody uses it at least at one point. It doesn't really matter what you're doing, since like even with like conversations, like how you mentioned it, at least with your job, you're using creativity at the same time. So I thought it was really nice to add. When you mentioned that you wanted to do cybercrime, I thought it was pretty cool since like I'm also I'm majoring in cybersecurity, so I thought that was really cool because I would want to have like the same end job as you, security analyst. I like how you mentioned that some of the skills needed for that field in the industry was problem solving and strategic foresight. Since I would say it is a very needed skill, especially within cybersecurity. If you're on the defensive side, especially because you need to be thinking ahead of the attacker. You can't be reacting as the attacker does something. Kind of be thinking ahead. So that's a nice skill to have. And then I like how you mentioned that the ways like you're gonna learn about these is like using courses to like reinforce and learn any new skills or any new knowledge that you didn't have already. And especially when you mentioned networking, since I believe networking is a really vital role and like a really vital skill to have, especially with any job and within cybersecurity too, because that's kind of how I found about some job opportunities and with like internships as well. So I thought it was really nice to add. But yeah, keep up the great work though.